Sam Dickinson, great to see you back here in San Jose. Not your first time, but what is your aim? What's your goal at this development camp?
I think just to learn, have some fun. I think that's what development camp is really all about. Meeting the new guys who are here, reconnecting with some guys who I haven't seen since last year, and when we're on the ice, when we're in the gym, I think it's obviously to learn everything you can, but at the same time have some fun. It is at the end of June, beginning of July. Nothing too serious, so just have some fun and soak it all in.
It's got to be a little bit of an inspiration to you. Obviously, you had a great last season with London, but to come here to be in San Jose where you hope to be and put on teal kind of feels like the future a little bit already, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I've said a lot since the end of the season. Obviously, the dreams to play, for San Jose as soon as possible. And obviously, I think this is step one in the right direction, obviously, for myself. So again, like I said, just, have some fun, soak everything in, listen to what the coaches and the management, everybody has to say.
I think the fans love to hear that ambition for you. You want to be here as soon as possible. What do you think it's going to take for you to showcase, maybe to get to that level, to be here in San Jose this year?
I think it's just working on everything. I got to prove the maturity that the game that I play is ready for the NHL and the next level. So it's a little bit of everything, honestly. I think playing the NHL, you have to be the top of the top for everything in hockey, offensive, defensively. So I think it's just focusing on what I can control and just going from there.
You know what I think is really cool with this group here right now for development camp? There are tandems of players that know each other. Thinking about Ravensbergen and Macklin, and there's others too. But I think what's really cool about your instant bond with Casper, probably from last year after you got drafted by San Jose, he was already in the San Jose pipeline. Did you guys bond a little bit better through the course of last year, just kind of knowing that your futures were tied together?
Absolutely. Obviously my first year with him, I was going through all of it, and
right.
Every time I had a meeting with the team, he'd always be like, "Oh, is it San Jose? Is it San Jose?" So, we had some fun going through the year. Obviously, we were teammates and good friends, but right after I got drafted, it was kind of pretty quick that we became even closer. We were hanging out a lot more in London. Obviously, we were here all the time together. So, a great guy to have here for me, and I'm sure our friendship will continue to grow over the next hopefully long time.
I mean, it's important during these couple days here to learn a few things, pick up what you can, but also to make friends. I know that sounds simple, but it's kind of a big deal here, right?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, a lot of guys from last year for me who I come back, knowing a little bit, and from there it's just, you get to know them a little more and more and more. And obviously with the new guys coming in, it's the same thing. At this point, it's just, getting to meet them. Obviously, know a couple of them from playing against them for, whatever it may be. So, yeah, like you said, just, meeting new guys and having some fun.
I like you in these interviews, by the way. Did you know you're good at these media sessions?
I've been told I'm all right at them, so I guess I'll take that, yeah.
All right. Well, now we're about to be tested. We're going to get into the fun section of this interview. All right. Favorite rink or sheet of ice you've ever played on?
Man, that's a good one. It's a cheap out answer, but I think I have to go with the rink in London, the Canada Life place. It's become my home in hockey for 3 years now, and I've had a lot of success there. So I think that one's got to be number one.
Sentimental, I get it. Have you ever had a chirp so good that you used it twice?
I'm not really the chirping kind. I don't think.
Okay.
It started, my dad didn't like it. He didn't like when I did it. He thought it was, whatever. So I'd listen to him. So I've never really been a big chirping guy. I kind of just get out there and, I'll just go play hockey, I guess.
Really?
Sometimes you get a little into it, but maybe some of the things I say I can't repeat.
Got it. Last one, and this is a good one. Is it ever okay to share a toothbrush with somebody else?
Absolutely not. I have my toothbrush in the hotel. I hide it in my bag. Just now that you've said that, I'm hiding it in my bag just in case somebody wants to try that. And I don't think I'd ever reach for another guy's toothbrush.
Like, there's no reason on earth. Like, there's never a good reason for that. I'll use my finger before I borrow somebody else's toothbrush.
Yeah, I mean, it's a toothbrush at the same time. It can't be that hard to go out and find one. There's got to be a convenience store or something within 10 minutes.
That was the right answer. You had a lot of right answers. Sam, I appreciate this.
Thank you.
All right.